Hey everyone, here. We are back with another video. So today I'm about to give you the heads up on these new upcoming patches and the updates and the new demos which will be gone, which I think have gone under the radar from everyone's, which is quite a bit of interesting. So without wasting any time, let's jump to the video. So before jumping into the main video, we have one free game which is currently on the Epic Store, which is Brotato. So Brotato is a 2D game, top-down arena shooter roguelite, where you play a potato wielding up to 6 weapons at a time, fight off hordes of aliens, choose a variety of traits and items to create unique builds, and survive until help arrives. Kind of like a top-down Vampire Survivor games, which has a lot of equipments, a lot of waves to come up and a lot of waves to clean up from the aliens, and there's more abilities and cards where you need to slot it up in a sequence, and also you need a lot of weapons. So that's the free one which you can right now play and have the experience. So it's a free game, go ahead to the library. Yep, the next free game is from the Steam, which came up on 2009, and not much pretty amount of copies has been sold, but it's a kind of a dark fantasies and third-person single-player gore, which is the Dark Sector. So this is the free from the, I can say, since 2 days, and it will be free for all. So you can claim on this on the Steam. Just go log into this Steam account and get the Dark Sector almost free. So it was developed and published by the Digital Extremes. Okay, with that they have worked on the Warframe currently known as, and the Bioshock 2 Homefront. These games are being developed by these Digital Extremes, and these story are totally based upon the dark areas of the urban cities, where the you players have Cold War secrets, deadly Cold War secrets, which you have the one bionic arm which has the weapon, you kind of say like a blade with the chakra mounted on it. Then there has 4 wings of that blade, and you can just roll it down like a boomerang and just comes back to you, and that's the lethal way to kill. And also you can use your weapons. So it was a pretty excited at that time of concept which has come up from these dark sectors. So it was the midst of the missions. Hayden is attacked by unknown enemy and infected by the T.A.L.K.E.R virus, a brutal bioweapon that twisted its victim into mindless killing machines. Surviving this attack, Hayden finds out the T.A.L.K.E.R virus has granted him powerful inhuman abilities unlike anything has ever seen. Now he must evolve with his power, survive, and become hero. So it was the original action shooters through which weekend virus taking over his body and affects on its psychic. So evolutions has been power. It basically accurate, can throw these blade, deadly accuracies, grow with these powers and evolve and become more powerful. Thoughts of the game, cinematics and immersive experience, innovative multiplayer combat component which was right now not working. So it's totally free on the Steam, and I can suggest that this is a nice game, a nice concept with that. If you want to have the fun with these old games with a cool concept, but it was never been come to the new sequel of it, so I can suggest that this is the coolest game. I was totally enthusiastic by these wallpapers and the DVD covers, which I was totally interested to buy when I saw in these the game shop and the gaming centers. This was the first disc and DVDs copies where put that in the shelves to show up that this is the kind of a Dark Sector games. So that was a cool way to give us the reference, and that makes us more interesting to play the games and all stuff. So that's pretty good, pretty fun. Not that much of a huge great game. So it's a nicest one. That's a free, so go add it to library. Moving to the next segment, which will be the patch just released yesterday from the GSC Stalker developers team, which is patch number 1.0.1 is live here, and the patch notes which giving you the attentions for all the players. So since its release, there was a lot of bugs, stutterings and all the issues throughout the games, because it was based on Unreal Engine 5 and having a lot of issues on PCs and consoles. So they have released a huge patch of 12 gig of patch has been just released yesterday, which resolves and also addressed, as you can say, which is 650 different bugs and issues And here's the list of the major updates of the game. AI fixes. So AI fixes, the NPCs has been fixed, which might we encounter in every new games, that they have stuck, dying near to anything, and also mission failed by the AI NPCs just from nowhere. So added the missing sound effect from these telekinesis abilities, some sort of, from the AI NPCs. Occasionally getting stuck by the NPC, they might cause inability to interact with the NPCs, and also the next mission stage due to ideal behavior of the mission NPCs. So the quest lines will be destroyed by the NPCs, which might gonna stuck somewhere. So that's they have fixed. Also fixed the performance of the drop potentials out of memory caches, which might encounter for the PCs, and long hour play sessions. So they also fixed the NPCs move a pose. Yes, somewhere we encountered that there is a tornado, and you found that an NPC is falling off from that tornado in a pose. So that's they have fixed. 20 different issues with the AI NPCs have been fixed. Optimizations has been fixed, which is NPC mutants appearing in field of view while the player is scoping. So field fire visual effects that were not rendering at certain camera angles. So they also fixed the 100 different crashes and memory leaks, which is exception access violation issues. So it might be occurring because of these exception access violations, maybe from the de novo or the DRMs. So this could be that one, because these exceptions is more familiar for me, because I've also do some dev things, so I know these kind of exceptions. So audio and sound fixes, which fix the combat music while still playing while combat was finished, and 7 other minor audio and sound bugs. Balance adjustments from the weapons and all the different balance system from every damages from the weapon, stability, recoils, armors, weapon buffs, armor durability, added silencer attachments, exoskeletons fixed prices, the prices upgrade weapons. This has been fixed, this has been balanced, so that it could be more affordable during the missions, or it could be way more approachable to buy guns and upgrades to it. While the combat has been balanced, reduce some mission items. There will be bloodsuckers, they have reduced their damage, decrease the bloodsuckers strike protection rank, reduce bloodsuckers HP regenerations, controller HP, broader HP, boar HP. All these NPCs or the animals surrounding the flora and fauna, they have reduced or balanced their damage or increase their action input. So gamepad input has been increased in the dead zones. Character fixed eye, teeth, NPC models. There are NPCs every models and animation they have fixed. Cutscenes has been fixed, because there was the deer animation in the opening cutscene and 20 other different bugs in the cutscenes. So game settings and menu adjusted, unreadable text, and the shaders compilation screens. Issue with the NVIDIA reflects low latency, and also the low latency from the AMD, which is, I think it's not addressed here, but just from the NVIDIA. And the 10 minor issues from the game setting and menus. Interactable objects like the physics-based object, destructible object, movable object, all these are being fixed now. 11 along with these missing inner doors in the X11 laboratory elevators. So maybe somewhere blockers, walkthrough blockers, so somewhere zones blockers, so, and also fixes the minor bugs. Man and side missions fixes there. There are a lot of man missions. Suppose there will be night angle hunt missions, they have been fixed. Interactions with the dead blind dogs, fixed uncompletable objects like seek and you shall find missions. All the missions which might you encountered has a bug and has an issue to complete the missions, or just getting game over because of that issues. So they have fixed the doors, everything related to that particular missions where you being explored and being stuck at that missions. So open world experience has been fixed, which is hostile NPCs behavior, arena missions including bandits, tactics, these all has been fixed. Player guidance and gear weapons has been fixed, so there will be a guidance on the gears, weapons has been fixed. The N50 minor other anomalies has been fixed, which was floating around the internet, that there is an anomalies in this S.T.A.L.K.E.R 2 game, so they have been fixed. voiceover and facial animations has been fixed, world has been fixed, which was some flickering textures, ghostings, and all the relative movements which can have these shadows, reflections, NPC behaviors during encounter, voice volumes during storm weathers. These all audios improved, and 50 more bugs. The work on the game and the future patches continue. We are working on the fix the A-life bugs, which will be addressed in the future patches. Please continue to share your feedback. So there was a link before they have released these 12 gigabytes of a patch. There was a link where you can post a bug to the GSC developers, so you can totally report a bug about this game, and there's also support link there, so you can give them a feedback or complain an issue regarding the games. So previously it was released a lot of patches, so they have fixed the technical issues. The game was crashing, so they also fixed now, which is 12 gigs of file. So that's it, and moving to our next segment will be the Steam is dropping up the Windows 7 and Windows 8 support. So Steam client, which you can have the Windows 7 and Windows 8 running on, so no longer will be supported by Steam latest client update. Steam is now dropping this Windows 7 and Windows 8, marking end of the gaming on older operating systems. So do you remember that Windows 7 and Windows 8 are just decade old, more than a decade old? And I would say that thank you for remembering this kind of articles from the PC Games, Fandom Wire, and the Tom's Hardware. So these websites, thank you so much for remembering that we are getting old, and damn old. We are just getting washed up olds, no longer in a competitive scene in the gaming world. And also remembering us that yes, we are getting old, and now the young ones are still need to show up, but still fine. I like to say that Windows 7 and Windows 8 quite a bit old, and still you are playing. I don't know what's the reason behind you are still using the Windows 7 or Windows 8, but according to the Steam surveys, there is a 0.28% of the Steam users is using Windows 7. I don't know who these people are, but they are just dropping Windows 7 and Windows 8. If still you are using Windows 8, I mean, what kind of a people you are, I don't know. Just upgrade to the Windows 10. It's far more better for the gaming as well, and for the other stuff to install and work on the developer's perspective. While Windows 7 is, I can say, the most of the finest operating systems has been released by Microsoft, and it's far more diverse, far more user-friendly, and far more customizable, because it gives you all of the leverage to customize your operating systems as your own. You need to stop any services you can, and the permissions, administration's permissions, and the background services. The most prominently, I can say that this is the best one, because you can stop any services background which is kind of give you some kind of a bloat. So you can remove any bloated and any pre-installed software or applications, and even you can stop the upcoming updates and the updates which will come pre-installed from the Microsoft Teams. So these were so much freedom to the user, but now with Windows 11 it's not, but still you can do it at some point, to some extent, but not 100% of them. But still, it's more efficient for the games as well, and all the softwares are more optimized based on the current gen system. And I can say Steam is dropping, so if you have a Linux, then it's supporting the latest Steam version, and you have the Mac iOS systems, then they can support the latest Steam client, while the Steam client doesn't work with the Windows 7 and Windows 8 till the end of this year. So it was being released on November 5 that Steam no longer will be work on latest versions without on the Windows 7 and Windows 8. So it was launched, Windows 7 was launched in 2009. We are 2024, almost like a 15 years old. So thank you for such remembering us again, that we are getting so much older, but still it was a huge remarkable year. We observed every technology improvements, we observed every technology enhancements. So moving to our next segment is the new demos are available from the Dynasty Warrior Origins, which has a demo recently, few days ago. They have released the demo, which is 29 gigs of storage needed, and there will be a shaders to be installed while you're working to download it. While in game there is a shaders to be get downloaded for the demo versions. So I can say that these games are being flown under the radar of everyone, but no one has noticed. I can say the game is going underwhelming by the gamers, but I can suggest they have remembered that this is the remarkable games from the DynastyWarriors series is. So it's in a spectacular fighter hack and slash RPG. The demo contains only experience the new side of the battle of the C3 gate. So about this demo, you can experience the new side of the battle of the C3 gate with battles against large forces and powerful enemies like a Lu Bung and exhilarating battlefields. Enjoy the most evolved from the combat in the battles 1v1000. So you are the superhuman in this Dynasty Warriors game. So every characters and every players and every heroes you can introduce, and every system of the weapons they introduce, you can just swing around and smash the button and everybody is just float in the air. So that's quite a bit of fun, and keeping your just mind aside and don't think about the logic one and have fun, then this is the kind of a game you wanted to play. So the difficulty levels are being adjusted, and some elements in the demo version may be different from final game, which is an obvious. So if you wanted to go for the more details, then you can go for the official sites. The final product will be the being emerged in the exhilarating battles as a nameless hero in the three kingdoms. So it's totally based on the romance between three kingdoms. Traverse tensions filled battlefields where you can clash against the massive armies stretching as far as the eye can see. How long you can handle one slot of enemies or military prowess will serve you, as well as fight in tandem with your allies in a tactical battles unique to the Dynasty Warriors franchise, and experience the most exhilarating action in the series history. I can say this will be the more fun game from the Dynasty Warrior, and also they have a more diverse characters now, more multiple choices of the heroes to go through and play, and also the multiple weapons to select and go all the combos they can have. So the more unique weapons has been added in this game, and you can have in the demo. So it's kind of been enjoyable, and also you have this story among these all three kingdoms romance. So it's a fun game, as I can say, and the demo is available. So I can suggest that have some demo and get some fun and be ready to play. That's it for my side. I'll bring back the new updates and videos about the game. So I'll meet you in the next video. Till then, keep gaming. Nupkazo out here.
Yeah, boy.